What would you think changed our lives the most in the past 100 years? Was it the assembly line, the personal computer, or even the pacemaker? All these things changed our lives, and they did in a glorious way. What I'm looking for is their source, the innovation process. From your own experience, you should know that not all innovation projects become a commercial success. As a matter of fact, only 6% survive the critical stages in the innovation process chain, which are prototyping and small series production. We chose these examples for a reason. Did you recognize that they're getting smaller and smaller? In contrast to that, the functionality per volume is increasing massively. The reason for this development are the so-called micro electromechanical systems, or MEMS for short. These multifunctional systems are so tiny that you could place a lot of them on top of your fingernail. MEMS form today's basis of innovation in numerous business sectors, and they fueled many trends, such as Industry 4.0, for instance. Producing MEMS is already $1 billion market, and they're getting more and more important. But there is a major problem in the innovation process using MEMS components. The assembly costs of MEMS are way too high. For individual manufacturing of MEMS devices, manual assembly or prototyping is on the one hand too expensive and in most cases not precise enough. On the other hand, fully automated machines are not flexible enough because they're intended for large-scale production. That's why we invented a machine to support the critical stages in the innovation process. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present or introduce to you our Microw. This machine was specifically designed to support prototyping and small series production of MEMS devices. Nevertheless, it's possible and it supports the handling and assembly of of materials and objects which are smaller than 1 millimeter. And when it comes, for the handling, we have different possibilities here, because as you see now, the material or the machine itself, beside mouse and keyboard, this is our standard input device. So eventually, working becomes fun. It might seem awkward at first, but using the gamepad is one of the most intuitive ways to control this complex machine. We put the Microw to the test and assembled several specialty products, miniaturized actuators, and also optical MEMS devices. Our control software allows us to integrate different optics, tools, or even other components quite easily. By using this technology, it's possible for us to more or less adopt instantly to the customer-specific assembly task. This integration or this integration concept works also for the input devices. That's why we took already the first steps to implement a remote control concept using virtual reality glasses. So next time you have a striking idea during your holidays in the Caribbean, you can realize it just from there. So we are curious to figure out what will be the next innovations made possible with our Microw. I'd like to invite you to join this amazing team and develop this game-changing handling, assembly, and prototyping tool with us. Revolutionize prototyping and small series production and make it possible that more innovations survive in the future. My name is Mikczinski and I'm the CEO of Microw. Thanks. Questions?
Yes, very briefly. Who are you? Not everyone can afford that kind of equipment, so who are you selling it to? Fab Labs? Is it a market big enough for you?
Yeah, it could be a beginning market for us. But actually, when it comes to specialty products like instrumentation, scientific instrumentation, sensors, there's a huge problem in producing the first prototypes in small series for evaluation. So there are companies, when we reduce the failure rate, this machine would already return on invest within 1 year. So it really depends on what you're doing. If you're selling products which cost like 15,000 euros and you have like 60% failure rate in your production, this machine will help you to raise the useful parts up to nearly 100%. So from that point of view, it's actually very broad range of possible companies or institutes which might use this machine.
Do you already have an operating device?
We have actually one operating device which is our own at the moment. So we're producing or assembling parts for customers for them to evaluate the processes. And this is what we do right now. But we're already in negotiations with different companies and also fab labs to figure out if there's already interest.
Over time, what do you think is your sustainable competitive advantage?
Our competitive advantage is actually the intuitive and easy handling. So starting with this machine will not take you more than 15 minutes. So that makes it possible also for the workforce you have to start or restart doing work. So the problem what people are facing is that the workforce drops out because they are not precise enough anymore. So, but with our intuitive approach, it's easy for everyone to start producing on the micro scale. And this is our big advantage. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much.